Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 1999 Rotary International Parade, brought to you in beautiful downtown Port Huron.
Yes, thank you very much. This is Ken Kraft and Edward Sennick coming to you here live at the parade. And we also have a man on the street. We have Jeff Casson, and here he is right now.
Thanks, Ed and Ken. I'm Jeff Casson. I'll be down here on the street trying to give you a close-up perspective of how things are going at the 1999 International Day Parade. As you can tell, it's getting quite loud here.
I'm not sure we heard a whole lot of what Jeff was saying there, Ed. The sirens kind of washed him out. But we appreciate you getting out there amid the traffic and making sure those policemen turn the corner the way they're supposed to.
Well, if it was Jeff talking, it probably wasn't important anyway.
But you know, this year's parade, we have police from all over the area. Marysville, Port Huron, Sarnia, St. Clair. We even have a sheriff's boat going by us right now. So I think we've got just about everything covered that could possibly happen, including Michigan State Police.
The Port Huron School District, this will be aired on Channel 6 coming up on Heron at 4 p.m. Thursday. And of course, as always, future viewing times will be announced at later dates.
You know, the mayor of Port Huron, Steve Miller, will be participating in the parade twofold. He'll be conducting a wedding that we'll be seeing in a while, and he'll be riding with his family in a convertible. Sarnia's mayor, Mike Bradley, will also be in the parade on board another convertible, and he's going to act as a witness to the wedding. We have police agencies from both sides of the border acting as officers on patrol in this truly international event.
Okay, and right now we're going to head over to Jeff, who I believe he has somebody he wants to talk to. Take it away there, Jeff.
Well, I found some spectators who have a front row seat for the parade today. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
How do you like the parade? Pretty good start for, pretty loud, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What do you like so far?
I like the police officer.
Thanks, Jeff. Yes, the Rotary banners just went by. The Rotary Club represents people from every corner of the earth. The local Port Huron Rotary Club features over 60 members and have been in existence for over 75 years.
And passing us right now is the Grand Marshal of tonight's parade, Marie Addison of the Charles A. Hammond Post Number 8. She's featured in a convertible. Miss Addison is a former Lady of the Lake pageant winner and rode in the parade back in 1937. She volunteers at local hospitals, the Arc of St. Clair County, American Red Cross, Veterans of Foreign Wars, and other organizations. Give us a wave, Marie.
Charles S. Hammond American Legion Post and Auxiliary Number 8 Color Guard is what's standing in front of us here now.
We have an opportunity to see the flags pass by, signaling truly the start of the parade. As always, we have a few unusual entries in the parade. We're not exactly sure, but this is WHLS's little go-kart, I think being driven by Kevin Brown, a graduate of Port Huron High School.
Yeah, and he's stopping over there, and it looks as if that Jeff will be going over there and trying to get a few words with him.
I think that would be a good idea.
And then again, maybe maybe he won't.
No, I think it's time for us to go back down to Jeff or the man on the street while we wait for the Port Huron High School Marching Band to come down our way.
Quite a beautiful day we have out there with the crowd way out there.
We are really fortunate, too, that it's not so sunny and cooking everyone. And now I think we're ready for Jeff to go on the street as he interviews what looks like one of our famous law enforcement officers.
What's the matter?
It's taking a little coercion, but we're getting the police on camera.
A little force.
Take it away, Jeff.
I'm standing by with Sergeant Vincent of the Port Huron Police, who's here today kind of doing a little crowd control for the parade. How are things going this afternoon?
It's going great. The crowd's, I think, up more than usual, and it's real good, peaceful. It's a fun crowd. They're here just to have a good time.
Well, I know you're working this afternoon, but there is a benefit. You get a front row seat to the parade.
That's right. Yeah, we got like the best seats in the parade, but we keep moving so the people can all see behind us.
Well, I'll let you get back to your job. I appreciate you stopping by today, Sergeant.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Ed?
It's a good interview there, but it would have been a lot better if you'd seen him handcuff you and take you away to jail.
We'll wait for jail and bail for that one.
We have another little car there from Q Country, it looks like. Yep, WSAQ.
It looks like Jeff is flagging down some transportation here and going to interview a fearless driver in today's parade. Jeff, we're turning it over to you.
Hi now with Tree 106. Denise, what are you doing?
We're just cruising around today in the parade. Welcome everybody and letting them know that we're here in the parade.
How fast does this car go?
You know, I don't know. It doesn't have a speedometer, but I was getting it pretty quick.
It looks kind of dangerous. People might be walking around not seeing it, and they might lose a toe if you run over them.
Oh no, I'm staying away from the crowd, trying to stay in the middle of the street.
Well, it's got the big red marching machine on its way, so we better get out of their way. Denise, back to you, Ken.
Thank you. As Jeff mentioned, the Port Huron High School Marching Band, the Big Red Marching Machine, is coming down the street and turning the corner, featuring the Thunderbirds in the lead. And you can hear the music of the Big Red Marching Machine as they accompany the Thunderbirds in their dance performance. This year, the Big Red Marching Machine is under the direction of Daniel W. Griffith, brand new band director, taking the place of Mr. Robert W. Clark, who recently took another position in Rochester Schools as a vice principal or an assistant principal. The band totals about 90 members it's from one of our two Port Huron High schools. It's Port Huron High, obviously, and included our drum majors and a color guard. And as we see them coming around the corner, they're in step and they're playing and they're enjoying tonight's opportunity to participate in the music. We'd like to wish Port Huron High School Big Red Marching Machine a great year this year, and we look forward to seeing them perform at all the home football games and at their concert season. We invite you all to come on out and support our fine arts program in the Port Huron Area School District.
Part of the Blue Water Festival Parade. Excuse me, it's the 1999 International Day Parade with the Big Red Marching Machine. Hi, what's your name?
Amy Robinson.
Amy, let me get on this side of you so we can get you on camera. I see I'm holding you up a little bit today. How far are you marching today?
To the St. Clair County Community College.
Well, great. Your band's doing a good job. I'll let you catch up to them. Thanks for talking with me today.
Hey, and now we're back with the Girl Scouts. International flags, the Michigan Waterway Council Girl Scouts of America, with their flags representing the many nations that scouting shows up in.
We've had a real opportunity to see some growth in the Girl Scouts in the area. As a matter of fact, their headquarters, which are located on Water Street in Port Huron, just recently underwent a whole new construction project, tore down the old building they were in, and opened up the brand new building for the Girl Scouts for the Michigan Waterways in the Blue Water area. Congratulations, Girl Scouts.
Here comes a bunch of tiny flag wavers.
Now, do you mean the flags are tiny or the tots are tiny?
I mean, everybody in that crowd is pretty tiny.
But you know, it's not the size of the person carrying the flag, it's the size of the flag in their heart that counts.
That's right.
To turn a phrase.
Patriotic.
Absolutely. This little girl in the cowboy hat's keeping step no matter what. Even when they stopped, she kept right on marching. She'll be in the Thunderbirds someday, one of the performance teams.
This is the Charles S. Hammond American Legion Post and Auxiliary Number 8 float entry. A big old white Chevy van.
And we have a number of banners identifying the various prizes that are going to be given out this year in our parade. The banners will identify the winning float entries as sponsored by various individuals and organizations in Port Huron. We have the Director's Award, the Governor's Award, the President's Award, a wide range of awards that are going to be given away.
I don't see her unless it's not. Hey, Dad, I'm not sure if it's her or not. I'm not sure which.
And now, following the prize banners, we have the Huron Physical Arts Center, Port Huron Physical Arts Center. The Military Street business gives us a view of gymnasts with various pool toys and beach balls. A pom-pom troupe is included, and they're going to perform for us for a moment as they turn the corner. You know, you've got to have a lot of energy to be one of these little kids marching in this parade all the way down and still performing a pom-pom routine when they turn the corner here at Glenwood.
Well, what's surprising is half the stuff they're doing out there. My goodness, handstands, twirling.
You know, the parade starts all the way down by the post office in Port Huron, which is probably, I'd say, a good 2 miles, mile and a half, 2 miles down, wouldn't you think?
I think they have a good jump on us from what I see here.
I wonder if they've done that tumbling routine all the way down the street, even across the bridge.
Hey, is that Jeff out there on the
Sunday parade?
I think so.
On the ride this afternoon. May I have your name, please?
Lightning T-Clown.
Well, what are you doing here today?
I'm with HPAC Group.
And how
Huron Physical Arts Center.
how is it that when everybody else is walking, you get to sit down?
I'm no dumb clown.
There you have it, the scoop from the clown.
It was just hard to tell which one was Jeff in that in the back of that truck there.
You know what? I think she has an eye for Jeff.
I think she's just clowning around then.
Good eye, Jeff. Good eye. What's this coming around the corner, Ed?
It looks like it's the Romeo Peach Festival. Michigan Peach Festival of Romeo is promoted in this float entry. 1999 Romeo Peach Queen, and there's Rebecca
Malchik, it looks like.
Yes.
Yep. That is a beautiful float. They've done a lot of work on that. But I'm not sure those peaches are real. I don't think it's quite the season yet for that many peaches to be picked.
Well, Papa John's is always ready to go. I wish they would.
I think that's supposed to signify that Papa John's always has hot, fresh pizza ready to be delivered to your house, but hopefully they don't bring the smoky taste with it.
Or they could be saying that their competition always has burnt pizza.
No, I don't know. We got to be careful what we say here. I think. Well, no matter how you slice it, Papa John's pizza trucks are popular with the kids. They always love to see a fire engine going by, especially when they turn on the sirens. Give the kids an opportunity to hear what sounds like.
And I think that pizza is trying to catch up with them.
This next group coming around the corner represents the Port Huron Museum. And this entry promotes a fundraising campaign for the proposed Edison Museum at the depot near the Blue Water Bridge. And on the flatbed trailer following these individuals will be the museum's 1911 auto. That's Miss Lake Huron Shores riding, it says, but...
Yep, she's in there somewhere.
There she is. She's in the fire vehicle.
Great. Curbside seats.
I was only here a minute.
You lucked out then. I see we've got some Lucky Charms coming by, so we'll let them pass and we'll talk to you in a minute.
Yes, it is. It's 48 dancers performing a palm routine to the music. The director is Debbie O'Neill from Clyde Township.
You know, fortunately, we don't have the hot weather that we were talking about earlier, but I see we still have some adults accompanying the performing groups, spraying them down and giving them water to drink. That's so important in this kind of weather. When you march that far and perform, you definitely can get overheated.
This place really has gone to the dogs. We've got some greyhounds, it looks like, walking by us right now, but we've got a little guy who wants to talk to us about the parade. Hey, what's your favorite part of the parade so far today?
Where all the American flags and stuff were.
What do you think of all those flags today, huh?
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to some more music or some floats or some more clowns?
Yeah.
All of the above, huh? And what's your name?
Josh.
All right, Josh is having a good time, and so is everybody else. Back to you, Ed.
Thank you. And now we're looking at the Girl Scout flag group, Michigan Waterways Council, the Girl Scouts of America, and their flag team. Local Scouts represent girls in both St. Clair and Sanilac County.
You know, just prior to the Girl Scouts, Ed, we saw the Regap Greyhounds. You might say the parade went to the dogs, as Jeff said, with this group from Rescue and Adoption Group for Ex-Racing Greyhound Dogs. It turns out that when racing dogs no longer earn a profit, they are destroyed. Well, Regap seeks owners for them, and those were just a few of the dogs that were saved. And what's this coming now?
Well, this is BTI Radio, Hanson Communications. WBTI van distributing, it's a van, it's distributing a few cases of water. These water jugs can be purchased elsewhere as a fundraiser for the new Edison Museum. Port Huron Museum volunteers will be selling them during the Mackinac race weekend. And Jerry and Sean are with this entry from the radio station.
80s rock video. Every 80s rock video. Ready? Thank you very much. Thank you.
And that was them. From the radio station, they give you the best mix of the 80s, 90s, and today.
That was Jerry and Sean. Okay, now coming down the street to join us is the Union Float, sponsored by the AFL-CIO, St. Clair County, and UAW Community Action Program, or CAP, the CAP, of St. Clair County. The boat entry on a trailer has the caption, "Organized labor and community, we are all in the same boat." Various union marchers from different trades will be holding picket signs illustrating what they fought, what issues they tried to attain over the past years. So I see child labor law, I see the minimum wage, I see the 40-hour work week. What else do you see?
Child labor law right over there.
I see these kids riding the boat, so obviously they're not working.
Medicare, job safety,
fight for medical benefits, job security too.
And a food drive, which is always up my line.
You know, I think that's the postal workers. Every year the postal workers do a food drive and ask individuals to donate canned goods, and they pick them up.
Oh boy, now we're going to be surrounded. Here comes the Blue Water Indian Celebration. Blue Water Indian Celebration float is entered by the Port Huron Museum, focuses on Indian lifestyles with stationary figures and 4 costume dancers. They are honoring the water is life.
And I see Jeff's catching up with somebody, so I have a feeling we're going to be going to him in just a moment. If we can have a cutaway for Jeff, if he doesn't get run over by the float.
Oh, that's the old Jeff.
This float represents some of the culture and history of the American Indians.
Powwow, Pine Grove Park, August the 14th and 15th. You will see these dancers and approximately 250 more.
Water is life. Honor it. And here's Jeff.
I think Jeff got drowned out by the music of Sea Crew.
I believe so.
Knowing that the water is important. Well, the Sea Crew just drowned them out there. It's a dance academy. The planned float has a Mardi Gras look a la Mississippi River boat style, along with the pom-pom dancers. And of course, that music is tied to the parade theme of the Sea Crews. Dance Academy, currently located along the 900 block of Military, will be moving to a new location at the end of the month to 4080 Lapeer Avenue. The business offers classes for virtually all ages and all dance styles.
You know, 4080 Lapeer, I think, is just beyond Michigan. I've noticed a building under construction there in modification. I bet that's where they're going. And now joining us is the float accompanying the Dance Academy. And this is what you were mentioning earlier, the Mardi Gras look a la Mississippi Riverboat. We have a couple of performers on here doing some Dixieland sound. And a lot of kids in cute little costumes. Wave to us, kids. Hi. I think the Road Commission is getting an early start on plowing this year.
Yes, here they come around.
This is the St. Clair County Road Commission, and they've decorated a Road Commission vehicle. I'm sure everyone in Michigan knows what this item is. It's the wonderful favorite snowplow that allows us to get out and get to work on time. And as always, the slogan for the St. Clair County Road Commission and the AAA of Michigan, bring them back alive.
The Owasso Kerwood Festival, that's turning around the corner right now. And we have a report now taking to Jeff Casson.
So that's the sad part. And there's a boy, too.
Jeff Casson down on the street once again with Brad and Michelle from, where are you guys from? Port Huron Civic Theater?
Yes, sir.
And what's the theme of your float here today?
They made Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
And how did you pick that?
It's our show for October.
Here, we can keep talking. We don't want to hold up the parade, but how long have you been practicing?
We're actually getting ready for auditions in 2 weeks, July 29th and 30th at the college.
And when is the show? Do you know the dates of the show?
October 8th, 9th, and 10th at McMorran.
Great, we're looking forward to it, and thanks for talking to us today.
You know, that's one of my favorite groups going by, the Port Huron Civic Theater. Their entry features A Touch of Egypt with Sand and Fun by the Nile. It's a pyramid on wheels with theater members walking like Egyptians because they're going to do Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat this October. Tryouts are going to be scheduled for the next couple of weeks, so if anyone in the audience at home watching this program is interested in trying out, and you've got a great singing voice or excellent hoofing heels, give Civic Theater a call and watch for the announcement of their tryouts and take part in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat coming to Port Huron in conjunction with SC4 this October. Looks like it's going to be a great production, Ed. You going to try out?
I don't think I have the ability to do so.
You could be the Pharaoh.
Yeah, well, maybe I should do that. The Irish Club of St. Clair County is coming by us. The Irish American Club of St. Clair County has a group of 30 in this entry to display the Irish American pride. We have more pom-poms on the way.
These are the Gospel Girls. It's Kimball Calvary Gospel Church Gospel Girls, and this Smith Creek institution features marchers with gospel music, pom-poms, and a banner, but I don't see the banner. It might be back behind them a little bit.
I saw Jody on the parade. I have to come.
A lot of energy.
We got the second contingent coming by now, the Gospel Girls. And as we mentioned earlier, the Gospel Girls are from Kimball Calvary Gospel Church.
What is this up here that says a fire hog on it?
Well, you know what? It's not Papa John's Pizza.
No,
I think we're
so.
seeing the real thing this time.
Yes, it looks like the Port Huron Township Fire Department.
And as they're... Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. One ladder truck and about 10 people walking from Port Huron
And
Township.
you know what? I think we're going to the jail.
All right, here with a few more lucky people down in the front row. How's everybody doing here today?
Good.
Good. You guys enjoying the parade?
Yeah.
What's your favorite part so far?
The pom-poms.
The pom-poms. What's your favorite part?
All the cheerleaders.
The cheerleaders? Yeah, there's all kinds of exciting people in the parade today. Lots of fun, lots of music. What do you guys think of those fire trucks? They're pretty loud, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, hey, what I want to know is where'd you get a chair so little? That thing's perfect for you guys.
I think we got a Super K.
All right, there you go. Thanks a lot for talking to me today.
Hey, do you like fish flies?
Fish flies.
Yeah,
Because
going by us right now is the Bayrama Fish Fly Festival float, and this year's float from the New Baltimore organization features Elizabeth Johnson as this year's Bayrama Queen, and her court Catherine McClure and Amanda Lembus. Johnson will be a senior at Anchor Bay High School this year, and the float gleams in red, blue, and silver. If fish flies look that beautiful, I think I could tolerate them all year round.
I think that would be a good catch. That's what I was saying.
I think so too.
That was a good line. You got me by the hook. All right, before it starts sounding fishy, what else do we have up here on the line? We are being entertained by marching music. Got the Canadian flag and the American flag coming toward us.
I think this is the Mocha Temple Trumpet Band. It's a London, Ontario-based group, considered to be one of the outstanding musical units in the Great Lakes area. Drums, trumpets, cymbals, and glockenspiels. I have been waiting to say that word in the parade. Glockenspiels are among the instruments the 38 members play. Let's listen to them for a moment. That's the Mocha Temple Trumpet Band playing It's a Small World After All. The Shriners' primary function is to raise money for the operational expenses of Shriner hospitals in North America.
Well, where is that Jeff guy at now? I think I see him up on top of it. Well, where is that Jeff guy at now?
Richard over here, if we can bring you forward, Richard, to tell us a little bit about this float.
St. Clair County, Michigan, and we're glad to be here.
How many International Day parades have you marched in, or rode in, I should say?
Lots of them.
Lots of them? Yeah. More than 10? Less than 20?
More than 10, more than 20.
So you're here, part of history here in Port Huron.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us today.
Bringing us that report live from the Voyager 120 St. Clair County. Number 120, 40 at 8.
Yes,
40 powered engine. I'm not sure I can even say all that. Oh, there it is, 40 over 8.
You can say glockenspiel.
I can say glockenspiel.
All right.
I know she got
Looks like we have coming up the Dance Company Conservatory. It's the theme this time is Catch a Wave with dancers on the float and in formation. This is a Port Huron area business located along Michigan Road.
You know what? We're going to have to be careful, or we're going to find Jeff Casson knocking the guy off the surfboard on this float and take it over. He's wearing his jams today, and he could just kick the jams and get on there and ride that surfboard to the beach.
Hopefully the wave would
wave at the dance company.
Hopefully the wave would drown him out. That's what I would say.
The dance company is a Port Huron area business located along Michigan Road out toward Dove. As they round the corner, they went into one of their dance numbers.
Holy smokes, is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's the blimp. The WPHM big inflatable blimp. Alongside his 1380s Lynn Roberts and other blimp handlers. Now Jeff should be out there because there's a lot of hot air.
don't live around here. I see her all the time. She must. I've seen her often. She moves. The Browns or something.
I think we're real fortunate that we don't have that hot sun beating down on us for all these, especially the young people marching. And this is,
Is that right?
yes, this is the Marine City Summer Festival Maritime Days float carrying 5 Queen contestants. We'd like to wish them all the best of luck as they celebrate their happy 20th anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
And Main Street's Port Huron tugboat with Miss Lake Huron Shores on board. And it looks more like the Lions Club to me.
And it is. It's the Lions Club.
Holy smoke, I told you I was lying. The entry salutes the organization which centers its focus on eyesight and prevention of blindness, which I must be in order to mess that
And you know why? Because that's the main thing Lions do.
I'll roar later.
I might be kidding, but I wouldn't be lying.
Okay, here's another word for you to pronounce, kaleidoscope.
I can say kaleidoscope.
Well, there you go. Take her away.
Kaleidoscope Gymnastics.
Yes, I'm sure.
This is a decorated trailer with gymnastics being the theme with walkers accompanying the float. The business is located along Lapeer Road in Kimball Township. And you know what? Somebody's bouncing up there. I think not only do they do gymnastics, they've got a trampoline to help them.
Yeesh, they do have their ups and downs.
They certainly do. I think in a parade, the hardest thing might be the dismount.
Young ladies from Kaleidoscope Gymnastics. Your names, please.
Molly, Amanda, Tracy, Michelle, Danielle.
How you guys doing? You getting a lot of exercise this evening as you walk?
Yeah.
How about doing a little gymnastics for us right now?
Jeff, how about we see you do a few gymnastics right now?
Ken, you'll see that the day I see you get up and do the same.
I don't want to put either of us to shame.
Well, we won't read in between the lines on that one, but we do have the St. Clair County Library and Literacy Project. This 1946 Ford flatbed truck with a large book and costume characters representing historical figures from the area.
I think I see Paul Bunyan.
The early settlers from France and England, native Indians, ship captains, and Thomas Edison.
I wonder if Paul Bunyan has an axe to grind.
Uh-oh.
And now rounding the corner is the Old Town Historic Churches Tour. This church float offers the theme, He is the Light of the World, with the lighthouse and globe of the world, along with fishermen and a boat on board. Looks like the float is sponsored by First Presbyterian, Grace Episcopal, Savior Lutheran, First Methodist, St. Martin's Lutheran, St. John United Church, Trinity Lutheran, and First Congregational. Third Annual Historical Church Tour, December 12th, 1999, from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. For more information, give them a call and find out what the Historical Church Tour is all about.
And what is drowning out Ken is the Windsor Optimist Youth Band. In its 33rd year of operation, this popular group from across the river features 75 members, 21 years of age or under, who have performed for various area parades, including at the International Freedom Festival. They toured southern Germany in 1997.
And I bet they had a glockenspiel.
A glockenspiel, again, it is mentioned here on the
Good job, band. Good job.
Spiel.
That was one of the best bands that, one of the great bands that we've seen tonight, and that's no baloney, because here comes the baloney. It's Yale's Baloney Festival. And this float and truck, sponsored by the Yale Chamber of Commerce, features the Baloney royalty and promotes the July 23rd, 24th, and 25th event. If you like baloney, head out to Yale for the Yale Baloney Festival.
Port Huron Phoenix dance drill team, because this Ruby-based team is made up of middle school students from the Blue Water Port Huron area. They're passing over us in front of us now. They perform in competitions and parades in St. Clair and Macomb County, and also participate in charity events. The Pom Pom dancing unit of a dozen members is celebrating summer events.
The Sarnia Kinsman just passed us by. This entry is promoting an international rib fest with the decorated truck, banners, and flags. I think we're having a rib fest this evening here, Ed.
Yeah, they're all wearing pig noses on there. The whole truck is set up like a pig with its curly Q tail there. It figures that it's following the bologna. There's the pork.
You know, the wonderful success of the women's soccer team is represented here by the AYSO soccer group. And this is a catamaran trailer float and sail decorated to fit the theme Smooth Sailing for 20 years, sponsored by the local soccer organization Region 161. And that was the Frankenmuth Bavarian Festival. It's my turn to be German again. The float has on board a newly crowned princess and a pair of court members, and of course, German music. We didn't quite get to hear a whole lot of German music, but I'm sure there was a Glockenspiel in there somewhere.
Jawohl.
Jawohl. And now, what's coming our way but fabulous feet?
The banner of Fabulous Feet. The float includes a Navy theme with pom-pom troops coming up to us. The dance studio is based in Fort Gratiot Township.
And there goes the float for Fabulous Feet.
Yes.
Navy theme, as you mentioned earlier, with a lot of cute little sailor kids on board.
Truly.
Look at all those life rings.
Yes, it's easy to see that the theme for the whole parade is water, and I guess it would fit because they have a drip like me announcing.
You know, we didn't have a chance to mention him when he went by, but I did see Bridges the Border Cat mascot pass us by as well. He was supposed to be on a float, but I think I saw him on
Mass Cat.
Mass Cat, maybe.
Mass Cat.
But I did see him walking by, and of course he represents our local hockey team. And this is Phi Theta Kappa from SC4, the St. Clair County Community College fraternal organization, carrying their banner and promoting educational accomplishment.
Now that is the way to go, riding right in the wagon. That's the way to do it. Oh, very good.
Cruel remarks, Jeff. Cruel remarks. As a matter of fact, this is the first Michigan Colonial Fife and Drum Corps, and this popular Sterling Heights-based group marks 25 years of existence this year. They've had 4 tours of the British Isles, 3 award-winning recordings, and 19 years of performing in the Old North Church Lantern Ceremony. Let's take a minute to listen to the over a dozen musicians as we are joined by musketmen and camp followers.
Balancing out the parade, of course, on Alpine Cycles, the north end of downtown business sponsors several of the Summerfest events, including a bicycle stunt team exhibit.
I wonder if they're peddling their wares. You know, I could do some of these tricks, but I'd probably kill myself. I think it looks like Jeff is going to run out there and try a couple of these himself. These gentlemen certainly are crowd pleasers as they show us what they can do on a 2-wheel bicycle that nobody has seen before in this area.
Chris's Dance Workshop. This Port Huron group features a dancers doing the pom-pom routine to Surfin' USA.
Surfin' USA.
The Beach Boys. Following them close is the Blue Water Trolley.
Matter of fact, I think they're part of it because they're playing the Blue Water, or they're playing the Surfin' USA theme. Do you do any offshore racing?
Absolutely not.
I'm not even sure I can do any offshore swimming.
But this looks like the equipment to do so.
This is the Blue Water Offshore Racing. This association features race boats on trailers which show up later this year in the St. Clair River Classic. That's a boat that you might feel safe on out in the water, except if you knew how fast they travel, might change your mind. Traffic light, A29.
And this one is the Castor.
That looks like a jet. We're really fortunate to live in an area with so much blue water, and we can enjoy those power boats and sailboats as the various racing events come our way.
Okay, let's throw a life preserver over to Jeff.
Nick, how is it carrying a sign like this on a windy day?
Well, the sign likes to blow out of your hands a lot, and it's tiring.
How are your feet holding up?
The feet are fine, it's just the arms.
Let me get over here and talk to Dustin for a minute. Dustin, I bet you're getting thirsty.
Yeah.
Well, it's a long parade. We got some nice cars and trucks behind us, so I'm going to let the cameras take a look at that.
The Downriver Community Services with a stock car on a trailer sporting the slogan, Race Against Drugs. The organization is based in Algonac. Both of them being pulled.
They can't go this slowly as race cars. This is too slow for them. Think that's a possibility?
That very well could be.
And now, coming around the corner, we have the exact opposite of those race cars. We have the Village of Lexington's entry, and this entry involves water recreation, especially that available in the St. Clair County community, but not in the old Tin Lizzies. These are antique cars, specifically a 1925 Model T Roadster pickup, a 1931 Model A Coupe, and a 1934 two-door sedan. I think the Village of Lexington float didn't quite make it.
People go to church across the street from me, and that's in parking lot every Sunday. Look at that baby's newborn.
And then in the lineup behind there is the Bear Incorporated Fire Department. For our friends across the river at Chemical Valley, it's a pair of fire trucks.
I think it's starting to rain. But that won't dampen our spirits as we enjoy the rest of the 1999 Rotary International Day Parade.
Starting to rain during the theme of water. Isn't that appropriate?
You know, of course, that Bayer is a German word, too.
Oh, does it mean a big, hairy animal coming at you? Is that
no, that's Texas, a Bayer. And now is a float representing the RLDS Church, or the Reorganized Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, on 6th Street in Marysville. This Marysville group includes a troop of pom-poms following a float. And here's their float. Jesus saying, "Follow me, I will make you fishers of men."
Miss Armada is making the bend right now. The Armada Agricultural Society float with the Queen and her court representing the annual festivals.
Here comes the lady Sherry. She's pregnant. Yes, she is. Oh, did you?
A lot of gentlemen out there won't miss Armada, that's for sure.
There's Danielle right on the end of the green.
And this is the Economic Opportunity Committee of St. Clair County. It's the EOC bus with children on board who are singing. I wonder if we can hear them. The EOC of St. Clair County brings us financial assistance, weatherization, guardianship, and food and nutrition programs, among many other services offered to our community. I'm not sure where Jeff went. Do you see him out in the crowd? He's way down the parade route. Maybe he's going to bring us another personal interview while we have a momentary lull as Senator Bonnier, or Congressman Bonnier's entry, which is a giant pine tree balloon, is probably struggling against the breeze that's come up. And it looks like we're going to take just a moment for them to come down our way and round the corner. And while they do that, maybe we can get a pan shot of the crowd on hand here at Glenwood and Huron Avenue to show us how many people have turned out for today's parade.
And boy, you ask, and there it is. There's the pan shot, back to the full. And now let's go take a look at Jeff.
Yeah, last time I was over there, you were maybe 9 people. Rain over here, the maroon hat, the white shirt on the
We know he's out there.
We're not picking him up very well, though.
Out there amongst the trees, there is a sap.
Are you needling me again?
Sorry, I should branch off into those discussions.
Keep this up and he's going to bark at us.
He'll be out on a limb.
I'm walking along with Tom. I don't know if you guys have thrown it over to me yet, but I'm just going to keep talking. Tom is carrying the David Bonnier tree today. And Tom, how difficult is it to maneuver this under traffic lights and wires and so forth?
Well, it's really not too hard at all. It's just kind of an impromptu coordination with everybody here. We got a number of ropes under here and the 2 wires in the front. Kind of pull things down so we can get under the traffic. But everything seems to be going pretty well.
Well, we're lucky we don't have a hurricane today. It's a bit breezy, but it seems like you're managing.
Hey, no problem. It's a great time. Looks like a great turnout.
Thanks, Tom. Enjoy the parade.
Hey, my pleasure, Jeff. Looks like nothing stumped them.
No, but we'd like to mention the Bonnier for Congress group notes that each year, Congressman Bonnier organizes hundreds of volunteers to distribute thousands of pine tree seedlings to the people of St. Clair and Macomb counties. Some 750,000 seedlings have been distributed. I'm pining for one myself.
Is that the root of all evil or what? Leave us alone. The sound in the back is coming from the Sarnia Legion Pipe Band. Our neighbors from across the river with bagpipes and appropriate dress. I don't know if that's a pun on that or
That's not a dress, that's a kilt. And these gentlemen, and maybe even a lady or two in the crowd, are bringing us some very good old Scottish sounding music as they play the bagpipes and the drums. You know, I think Jeff could play a bagpipe.
Yes, that makes reference back to the hot air, I believe. Aye, that he could, Darlati.
I think he helped inflate the pine tree. Shot, and it's a good thing now. And right behind them, it looks like we have Port Huron Hospital,
with their many branches being at Marysville, K-Pac, Lexington. The hospital takes health care on the road with their Take Caravan.
That's an interesting phrase.
Also, that was Scrubs the bunny that walked past us.
I wonder if Scrubs and Mascot and Borders the cat know each other.
Bridges.
Bridges the cat.
Bridges.
I wonder if they know each other. Bridges from the Border Cats. I'll get it right. Now, you know what? Coming down the street now is the entry that everybody has been talking about and waiting to see. About a mile and a half down the road, our mayor, Steve Miller, began what is one of the first times this has happened that I know of in the Rotary International Day Parade, and that is a wedding. This is the Main Street Bridal Float and Tuxedo Shop, and here's the entry where a wedding will occur with Sarnia Mayor Mike Bradley being the witness and Port Huron Mayor Steve Miller officiating. The float is decked out in, can you guess, an Under the Sea theme.
Let's see, it's Tashana Randell and William Freemans, the second, who was wedded today.
And they were the winners of the International Parade wedding. How do you top a memory like that?
Home Depot looks like it's pulling up around the corner here with its Cool Off a Summer Spa available at the Home Depot in Fort Gratiot Township float. All in one big mouthful. In costume is Homer.
And he's just behind the float coming down the road here. Homer is the Home Fix-It guy. But this is the Kids Workshop sponsored by Home Depot, where kids learn how to do things themselves. Who knows what your kids will learn at the Kids Workshop at Home Depot. There's Homer. He's talking to some kids over there just around the corner.
Yes.
Wonder where I can get one of those spiffy orange aprons. I guess I'll have to see Homer.
One thing that I can't get fixed is that I'm always broke.
Now, Ed, I happen to know that you're married to Shelley. I wonder, has Shelley ever given you a honeydew list?
Yes, I've had.
Honeydew this, honeydew that?
Oh, yes, I've had many of those.
Well, you can take that list to the Home Depot and probably find what you need, or any of our other building associations in Port Huron, and we have a number of them. But we are especially thankful that we had an opportunity to witness that float coming by. And now, what's this group coming?
This looks like the Main Street Dance Competition, the second. A pom-pom group for this Huron Avenue group.
I guess they must have had 2 entries this year. One for the younger kids and one for the older kids. But it looks like there's some little kids in this one too.
Well, it's not pouring down rain, just a little bit of drizzle here and there.
Maybe it's just what we need to keep everybody refreshed and marching. I'm not sure where Jeff disappeared to.
He's probably under an awning, knowing him.
Do you think he's afraid he'll melt in the rain?
Yeah, he's not that sweet, I don't think. Oh, here's some bubbles.
You know what? Not only are there bubbles, there are dogs and cats, it looks like, getting bathed on this float. This is the Special Pet Care Services. Some wagons and animals promote this Dove Road group. And I see a couple of German Shepherds there. German Shepherds! I think the theme this year might be German. I wonder if one of them is named Glockenspiel.
Glockenspiel.
This is Mercy Hospital's float. Why don't you tell us about it?
Well, thank you very much. It's a homemade sailboat float advertising the new birthing facility being built at the Port Huron facility.
Setting sail for a new tomorrow. Our mission, we work together and with others in the tradition of the Sisters of Mercy to relieve suffering of body, mind, and spirit, and to improve the health of our community.
This here is the Jonies with a small sailboat on a wagon. This promotes the 24th Avenue gift card and balloon shop. Sail into Jonies is their theme.
And right behind Jonies is Spencer Gifts. This Birchwood Mall store features a deck party entry with inflatable furniture and other items from the business. Hey, we need Jeff here again if we've got inflatable furniture.
Well, where we would find him? Probably at the Charmwood Circle Child Care, where he should be at, being taken care of. The Big Blue House and Charmwood Circle Child Care. It's children playing in the blue water on this float. There's a lighthouse right above it.
Hi, I'm Steve Eisman of the Detroit Red Wings. School lunches provide our children with important vitamins and other nutrients that they need to feed their active, growing bodies and minds. Recent studies have shown that students who eat lunch at school take in more of the health-producing elements than students who do not. School lunch is energy food our young champions need. It is also priced to fit everyone's budget. Support school lunch. It is an American's #1 energy source.
This announcement is brought to you by the Michigan School Food Service Association, the Detroit Red Wings, and Little Caesars.